Well, welcome back, DIY car guys and car girls. What I have for you today? Well, we have another E85 carburetor. This one's a Holley 950 Ultra XP, and it's working pretty darn good. I did have to make some changes to it, and the quality control out the box was pretty bad. But I'm not too upset about that, and here's the reason why. I had a whole bunch of Amazon reward points and gift cards only on Amazon, so I got this carburetor right here. It's going to be the out-the-box test of a carburetor. I got it for 500 bucks. That's cheaper than I got my Brawler, which is, this is simple. So today, let's talk about this guy. So let's talk about the changes that I made. First, as you can see, you're like, it's like Brawler fuel bowls on an XP carburetor. Well, it's because that's exactly what it is. And why did I do that? So I was like so excited about getting this good deal that I didn't take the time to research that the hookups are different. So it takes its own specific fuel rails or hookups, and plus it's longer because the fuel bowls on the XPs has more fuel, so it's a little different right there. But no big deal. We just grabbed some of our loaner parts from the Brawler and we put it on the Ultra XP. Now, this one is definitely a little different than your typical carburetor because it has a controlled bleed, which is right here. If you take this guy out right here, there's a set screw and this guy goes in and out. And you can set how much it bleeds. Instead of drilling holes in your butterflies, this sets, you know, that controlled vacuum leak right there. And it's pretty nice. Now, one thing that's a little tricky about this guy is that it has very, very, very small transition slots. So let me explain. Okay, so let's talk a little more about that transition slot. You'll know if you have it wrong, and this is why. Because if you're coming off your idle and you're hitting your boosters too fast, and if your carburetor is really big like this, the fuel is not going to be atomized. It's going to come out in droplets. So as you're taking off, it's going to be it's going to sound god-awful. It's because you're coming off that idle circuit to your boosters too soon, and these little air bleeds right here that Holley put in here, you got to get this set up that weakens your signal enough, and you close off your transition, get it as low as possible, use the rear as majority of your idle so that you're not, you know, losing that atomization in the front. You want to come off your idle, and when you give it gas, you want to go into the boosters where it has enough flow that the fuel isn't just drippity, drippity, drip out. So for this guy to work correctly, it took a while to monkey with it as far as cruise and all that. I did modify the power valve restrictions and made them as big as I possibly can. I made them 0.083 on the power valve restrictions, so I can go a little bit lower on the jets on the front, give a little more cruising. Now, one thing I noticed, they didn't give you a 50cc in the front. I put a 50cc on here, and it's having a horrible stumble off the hit. Horrible. And if you're wondering what cams I'm using the brown cams for the 50cc's. We've got 50cc's in the front, and we have 50cc's in the back. And the discharge nozzles, 45 squared. And of course, this one has down legs or dog legs just because that's the only way I can get two 45s. It had a 50, but I think the fuel was jumping out of it a little too quick. I went a little bit lower, and it squirted a little bit longer to help that stumble. So that's another thing to take into consideration if you're trying to get rid of that stumble off the hit. So, all right, so enough talking. Let's take it for a rip. Okay, so about the only problem I have with E85 is all the torque it makes. And I have bounced off my rev limiter in first gear more times than I care to count. Like 7,800, 7,900 RPM. Motor's still kicking, Luckily I got an LT one over there, but I've been doing that to try to get my accelerator pump timing perfect in first gear, because one thing I noticed, E85 in my gas carb, I can pretty much do it from second gear and hit it, but E85 is a little more tricky. It requires a lot more fuel, and you might have it okay in second gear when you stab at the throttle, but in first gear it can go lean really quick. So it took me a while to get that right. I got it right now, so I'm just going to shut up. We'll make a rip. Second gear roll here. All right, I'm gonna come around this bend.